Hong Kong protesters display Pepe the Frog. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on reclaimthenet.org, here you see, Pepe the Frog is a symbol of liberty during Hong Kong pro-democracy protests. But before we begin, a word from our sponsors. Listening Post Air is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping veterans. They're a private charity established to assist veterans transitioning from military life, regardless of time since discharge, back into the civilian world. They are currently fundraising, and I will leave links down below in the description at the tippy top if you want to visit their page, learn more about them, and perhaps make a donation to our veterans. Listening Post Air is a wonderful organization, and I am happy to have them as a sponsor. Be sure to check them out. This picture was circulating on Reddit just a few days ago. Here you can see it has 160,000 upvotes. Protestor in Hong Kong today. Here you can see a protester, a woman, and she has a pouch on her eye, and here you see Pepe the Frog. Police shot my eye. Now, the protests in Hong Kong are an interesting subject. They are protesting because China wants to be able to extradite criminals to China to be prosecuted. In other words, basically go to jail without a fair trial. China is controlled by the communist regime. They are corrupt. People don't really have rights. China's a very corrupt place. Now, Hong Kong is a territory that is owned by China, but Hong Kong has long since been somewhat more autonomous and far more free. You have far more freedom in Hong Kong than you do in China. That is why people have been protesting. Now, people have noticed weird stuff is happening. I did a previous story where protesters rushed some sort of government building. However, it was very fishy because they weren't peaceful protesters. They were clad in white, and many people believe it was the Chinese government who sent these men to cause a stir. China spreading propaganda against the Hong Kong protesters, and I've seen reports of military trucks being sent to Hong Kong. Stuff is getting pretty crazy. Now, before we get into the story, I no longer have monetization on my channel. I no longer have ads. Monetization on this account has been disabled. Because of that, I am now completely viewer dependent and ad-free. So if you want to, you can join me on Patreon. My current goal is to get 1,000 patrons. If I can get 1,000 patrons, I will never have to worry or rely on our overlords any longer. You can also join me on Subscribestar. You can join for as low as $1, and doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. Hong Kong protesters have begun to use depictions of meme-famous Pepe the Frog as a symbol of freedom and liberty against the extradition bill that would allow Hong Kong to extradite citizens to mainland China. The conflict has reached new heights over the last few days as riot police clashed with pro-democracy protesters at Hong Kong's airport late Tuesday night. Now, I'm going to say pro-liberty, not pro-democracy. Democracy itself is not synonymous with liberty. It's a common misconception. Riot police armed with pepper spray and batons confronted the protesters who used luggage wagons to barricade entrances to the Hong Kong airport terminal. Legal experts say Chinese President Xi Jinping of the Communist Chinese government might be starting proceedings to use anti-terrorism laws to try and crush the demonstrations. Amidst a violent and often bloody arrest, banners and signs of Pepe the Frog could prominently be seen waving above the commotion. Do you realize how funny that is? We're actually living in a day and age where Pepe the Frog is considered some controversial symbol and a symbol of freedom. The people say Pepe is a symbol of freedom and ideas. The government says Pepe is a symbol of oppression, is a symbol of evil people. Who are you gonna believe? I know who I believe. The people. Legal experts say Chinese President Xi Jinping of the Communist Chinese government might be starting proceedings to use anti-terrorism laws to try and crush the demonstrators. Hey, do you have a license for that meme? If not, you're going to jail, buddy. Amidst the violent and often bloody arrests, banners and signs of Pepe the Frog could be prominently seen, waving above the commotion. So the young woman in that picture was a protester, and a projectile thrown by police is what damaged her eye. The incident spurred a new protest campaign called An Eye for an Eye. And new images of Pepe the Frog have since surfaced showing Pepe with an injured eye. So this is an act of protest. It's a peaceful protests, and they're using ideas and images to fight back. Pepe the Frog is a popular in online meme culture and is based on Pepe the Frog that was created by artist Matt Fury for the comic series Boys Club in 2005. The character is featured in many different online reaction memes and eventually becoming popular and associated with pro-Trump and anti-establishment communities online, particularly on 4chan and the Donald subreddit. So, I have this other article here, and it has a lot of good images of Pepe the Frog that Hong Kong protesters have drawn. So Pepe the Frog has become the unofficial mascot of Hong Kong protesters. This is fairly obvious call for sympathy from the American right wing, although it might cause congressional Republicans to pass some kind of resolution against Hong Kong. This is a pro-China website, and they're anti-freedom, they're anti-American, but they have a lot of good pictures of the Pepes that people are creating. Pretty interesting stuff. Here's a really nice one on a flag. Don't beat me. So honestly, how can you look at these people who are just drawing innocent Pepe pictures and memes and peacefully protesting as the bad guys? You would have to be insane. You would have to be a communist shill. So signs in English, Pepe the Frog, American flags, and the American national anthem, God bless America, are all blatant attempts at winning over the American public to support Hong Kong over mainland China. Woman, even without them playing the national anthem, I would support Hong Kong because I am pro-freedom. You can see another sign, stand with us. And there's another picture of Pepe. I cannot say whether U.S. intelligence agencies are involved in fomenting dissent in the region as mainland China claims. Maybe they need to spend 3 years investigating American collusion. Here's another picture. These are the Hong Kongians. Free HK democracy. Scan me. So, the people in Hong Kong have had a little bit too much to think. So here are some comments. Hong Kong is a ticking time bomb right now. Either the protesters get what they want, or China paints a very bad public image if they don't. DJ Dubois says, Chinese government doesn't give a shit. Gentleman Bird says, China's in too deep. Their propaganda is telling everyone that the Hong Kong protesters are evil terrorists. There's no way China can let them have what they want without looking bad. This isn't gonna end well. We all remember what happened at that Square place. And I think I found the perfect comment to leave off on this story. Timecop 2049 says, can you imagine in 1,000 years, you'll have meme anthropologists studying Pepe, the frog will never die. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about Pepe the Frog? Do you believe that Hong Kong is being oppressed by the communists and China? Is Pepe the Frog our new symbol of liberty in these oppressive times? Be sure to let me know. Now, just a reminder, but you can join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. No matter which tier you choose, you will get access to a private Discord server called Fight Club. There's also PayPal options, Bitcoin as well. The next best thing you can do is share my videos. I'm being oppressed, suppressed, demonetized, and people are clearly attacking my channel. If you want to support me, share me around. I appreciate everyone who has contributed and everyone who continues to support my channel. I cannot thank you enough. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.